What's going on, dudes? It is Kolosalus here in the year 2016. Welcome to the new year. Hopefully all of your dreams are gonna come true. And you're gonna stay with me and we're gonna have an amazing year 2016. There's gonna be a lot of nice stuff happening on this channel, so I hope you stay tuned. By the way, we have finished Assassins finally in Heroes of the Storm. And we're moving on to Specialists. By the way, everybody has been asking for Cho'Gall video. And just a quick reminder to you guys, I don't really have anyone to record it with. Most of my friends are not English speakers. And all my English speaking friends do not really play Heroes of the Storm because, you know, they're like more into other games and stuff. But, so I'm in the process of looking for someone who I'm gonna record it with. So this video is, you know, is on hold for now, but I am committed to finding someone. Another thing I wanted to talk about is I have gotten my girlfriend to play this game. All of our gaming, you know, sessions, you can say, which, you know, which basically consists of 1, 2, or 3 games at maximum. She doesn't play too much. I don't really allow her to play that, play a lot because, of course, you know, she doesn't record and she doesn't need to play too much. But all of our, you know, all of our PlayStations consist of me saying, "Back up, you're backline. You're supposed to be in the back." You know, and I usually, you know, basically pick up like a hero that somehow is going to protect her because, of course, you know, I have this like boyfriend like instinct that I want to protect my girlfriend, and you know, often me saying like, you know, for example, somebody kills me, you know, my girlfriend in game, I'm like, "Yo, fuck you, bitch! I'm gonna kill you," and then I pursue him for the rest of the game. So by saying that, I meant to say that there's going to be a lot, not a lot, but there's going to be some videos coming out with my girlfriend over the next few months, as she is also supposed to come in to this country next month to visit me for a longer period of time. So be sure there will be some videos. I love you, baby girl, and I love you to death. But without getting into this love stuff, let's get into what we're playing today. Today we are starting Specialists, and we are starting off strong with Nazeebo. Nazeebo has been one of these characters who has been overpowered for quite a while, and he has recently got some changes, some patches, some nerfs, and he's definitely not as good. He was able to basically outdo any assassin in damage and any specialist in siege damage in any game, even in the hands of not so experienced player. That's most to the due fact that he has a lot of unmitigated damage with his spiders. His spiders used to do quite shit ton of damage. And I'm gonna explain how this has been changed and everything while we will be playing. I'm gonna try my best. But I also want to show you guys the best build available for Nazeebo right now, and just show you an overall playstyle on why I don't really think he's gonna be in the meta, especially competitive, and anytime soon. Let's get into this and let's hope we get a good game.
I hear the call.
I hear it too, Zebro. I hear it too. Alright, boys and girls, we have heard the call from the Cursed Hollow map. One of my favorite maps in the entire game right now, but not so good for Nazeebo, I don't think, right now. Death Ratio is going to be the talent we pick up on level 1. What this will do, this is going to allow us to, basically, every time we get a last hit kill on a minion, we get a permanent plus 5 health and 3 mana. And by the way, the trait for Nazeebo is, you will, with your abilities and basic attacks, you will apply, let me just put down the volume, you will apply a poison, and if that poison kills a minion or just any enemy, you will regenerate 2% of your health and 1% of your mana. A very, very nice trait, if you ask me. So let's see the teams. Lunara, Falstead, Rainer, Lieutenant Morales, and Nazeebo against Jaina, Lunara, Morales, Sylvanas, and Nazeebo. Very squishy team on the enemy side. So I think should be fine here. I'm gonna actually shoot the spiders here. This is my Q ability. My Q ability is Corpse Spiders. What this is gonna do is I'm gonna throw out this jug, which is gonna deal some damage, by the way, which was nerfed on impact. And basically that's gonna explode. That's gonna explode with some spiders who are going to chase the enemies who they were, I think, thrown on, or like, you know, or I think like I think they prioritize heroes or something like that. I don't actually remember right now. but that will deal some unmitigated damage for 4 seconds. You can see they cannot be killed. They're going to deal some damage to the enemy structures, and then they're going to die after 4 seconds. It looks like the enemy Zebro does come to contest me in this lane. I'm not going to walk into that zombie wall though. Although it looks like the enemy Nazeebo is kind of plebs, and he actually leaves this lane. In the early game as Nazeebo, you want to focus on getting your stacks up really high of your death ritual. You want to get that shit as as high as possible before the first objective spawns. The enemy Lunara gets taken out already. So that was our Q ability, our main basically damaging ability, and main damaging ability for Nazeebo for quite a long time before the patches. It's just purely to the fact that that it just deals unmitigated damage. That's basically just pure to that fact. I'm gonna put down the zombie wall here, basically, which is my W ability, and they're gonna soak up some tower shots. The enemy Nazeebo goes up to the top lane, to the middle lane, and he's gonna just leave this lane to me. Looks like Lunara does come in here, and she's gonna try to contest me in this lane. Yeah, sure. You can't trade with me, baby girl. She does have more damage than me, but I will be able to do some damage to her with my spiders. Throw this shit. I just have to be careful of her poison. If I do not get too caught up in the poison, I'll be fine. Throw the spiders, and by the way, on level 4 I picked up the corpse spiders. Not corpse spiders, but spider cluster, which allows me to... I'm gonna pick up the sippy, not to be safe against the poison here. Where you going, baby girl? Where you going, baby girl? What you gonna do about it, baby girl? You gonna die, bitch! Oh, I love people who play Lunara and don't know how to play her. Yeah, so what this is gonna do, this is gonna basically spawn some additional spiders over time. The enemy medic is gonna be taken out. It looks like we'll be able to pick this out, no problem. Yeah, so I'm gonna show you in a second. So basically, I'm gonna use my Q ability, let's say right here. And this leaves like a little cocoon thing that spawns 3 more spiders over 3 seconds. So you're able to dish out 6 spiders instead of 3. So basically, if you get twice the spiders, you get a quite nice buff. Sylvanas does come here. I'm gonna throw a zombie wall. That's gonna catch Sylvanas. That's gonna deal some damage to her. Throw everything that I have to try to do. The unmitigated damage. Look at her health just going down. But yes, so our W ability is called Zombie Wall. I'm gonna actually be caught here in the enemy zombie wall. But what it will do is basically gonna create a circle of creeps, which is able to basically imprison enemies and deal some damage to them if they do walk. I can also use this to soak some tower shots for me. The enemy Nazeebo, I'm gonna dodge that out of the way. And look at them moves, boys. Look at the moves, man.
Happy feet, wombo combo. That ain't Falco. That ain't
Falco. I would have definitely got caught in that zombie wall there if I wasn't careful. And level 7, we're gonna pick up Gitbin, which is gonna increase the duration of our spiders, I think, right? Is it of our spiders? Yes, it's our spiders and the zombie wall. So it's a very nice increase to our damage. I'm gonna try to run away from the enemy spiders. Yeah, so again, our zombie wall is able to basically, so I can throw it out right like this. If anyone gets entombed inside, I basically have some free damage that I can deal to them up until they either destroy the zombie wall or it expires. Throw some toads, which is my E ability. It's basically a cone in front of me where the toads will just kind of hop out, and upon touching something or upon their range, they will explode and deal some damage in an area. So those are my abilities. And you might be asking yourself why Nazeebo has been overpowered. Nazeebo has been overpowered because of his leaping spiders build. He has been really, really, really good. Because he can do unmitigated damage. Let's say, for example, Lunara. Lunara is she has one of the best damage over time specs right now, if not the best. She has a little bit stronger trait than I do, than Nazeebo has, and basically, but she applies poison. So, for example, let's say she applies the poison, and then Malfusion that heals, the character applied, which the poison has applied to, and that's basically going to mitigate the damage dealt to the enemy. I'm gonna throw some zombies to soak up some shots from the enemy towers, and we are gonna back up now because they're gonna get killed. I'm gonna go up and finally help with this tribute. Maybe just about time. I'm on my way right now. The enemy team does pick up a camp, which I do have to leave to try to deal with this enemy team. I'm gonna pick up a nice zombie wall on the enemy Jaina. I'm gonna try to focus her down. I'm gonna go get close in a zombie wall myself, and hopefully the enemy team that does come in to my help, they do, and I'll be able to make my way away. Throw out some of my abilities to deal with this camp first here. I will be there in a second. I'm just gonna grab some sippy, boys. And I'm gonna come top. So we do trade 1-for-1 right there. No way, you're not picking this up. Spiders are also very nicely used for for dealing with this kind of stuff. I'm gonna throw a zombie wall, and nice. We do pick up a kill on the second kill on Lunara here. So this is gonna able to zone out the enemy team. I'm gonna just stand in here to zone out the enemy team, throw the spiders to not allow her to hearth, and that's gonna basically delay her from coming back to the fight. I'm on my way to the middle. Let's look at the enemy team before picking our heroic here. So they have Jaina, Lunara, Morales. They have no interrupts for my Ravenous Spirit, so I'm going for Ravenous Spirit, boys. This is going to be some amazing damage to the enemy team, especially that they are so squishy, and they do not have a lot of escapes. Like the only thing, the only interrupt is I think is the concussion grenade, which has to basically fly through the entire of our front line. I'm gonna actually use it here, and I'm gonna deal some unmitigated damage to the enemy team. You can see that they can do nothing. They can just they can just tank this damage. I'm gonna kill the enemy Morales now. Focus the enemy Lunara, but I was able to do some quite significant damage to her, but I wasn't able to take her out at the end. But we still take out that fort, almost uncontested. And now we're just gonna try to focus down those towers to just take them out, to make our job a little easier. Okay, it looks like the enemy Ravenous Spirit is gonna come out, but it's gonna do nothing to us because our medic was safe. We were keeping her in the back line. I'm gonna come in here, try to land a zombie wall. I'm able to body block the enemy Nazeebo, and we are able to pick up a double kill on Nazeebo. And not Falstead, but what's his name? Sylvanus. Why am I saying Falstead? Just because probably we have Falstead. Yeah, so I wasn't able to actually focus on what I was saying. I was saying why he was overpowered. Basically, core spiders you could pick up. There was a damaging ability on level 13, which is not there anymore. It's basically have been replaced with something, oh yes, they're doing the boss. I'm gonna put this behind me so they are body blocked, and I will be able to make my way away right there. I could have been very greedy right there. I think I'll be able to I'll be taken out here. No, looks like I'll be fine. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get some healing, and on this range we're gonna go for Dead Rush. Dead Rush is gonna allow us to deal more damage with our zombie wall. And also after it expires, the zombies will become creeps and will attack enemies and structures and stuff like that. I'm gonna try to actually come in here on the enemy Jaina here, but it looks like she's gonna go away and just. She's gonna be safe and sound. Our medic is doing a great job of healing us actually here. I'm actually quite surprised. People don't know how to play medic most of the time. Yeah, so he has been overpowered because instead of picking up the Dead Rush, you would, I think his damaging ability has been replaced. I'm gonna pick up a Ravenous Spirit right here. Actually, no, the Ravenous Spirit of the enemy Nazeebo is going to be here. Because he's going to be taken out by our friendlies, but we're going to trade a 2-for-1 trade, which is not favorable in our books. Yeah, so on this level range, you could have picked up some nice DPS boost. I don't remember what it was, but I'm going to actually try to land the zombie wall and close myself within it. And and we're gonna be able to pick this up no problem. So nice, very nice, boys. And also on level 16 you would pick up leaping spiders, which what they would do is leap to a target and also deal some more damage. I think like it would increase the damage of the spiders themselves by like 75%. Which would be nuts, you know. It would just get crazy, and then they nerfed that to be I think 50 or even like 30 something, and they also nerfed the impact damage that the actual jug, which you know which flies out which it does. It will now, instead of like I think like 200 damage, it will now deal only 40 or something like that. So you can see it's quite a significant nerf. So that single-handedly, basically, you know, basically made Nazeebo not as good. He's still pretty damn nice to deal damage. If I do get a nice wall, I can actually kill her with my Ravenous Spirit. Yeah, sure, we can do that. Yeah, just back up, back up. Let's get that boss. On my way. And also, I think his Ravenous Spirit has been buffed again. Like, not as many things can actually interrupt it, which is awesome. I always liked that ability. Like, that used to be really overpowered. I think that they nerfed that a lot as well. I think don't quote me on that, but I think you became like unstoppable when you were using that ability or something. Very nice. Zombie wall is gonna catch the enemy medic. I'm gonna come in here and try to focus him down. I'm gonna get focused down by the enemy team here, but I will be able to live through the damage. And I think I'm just gonna back out to the Hearthstone to regenerate all my health because I am very low. I didn't pick up the kill because I had to stop my stop my Ravenous Spirit preemptively because you know I would have died if I didn't stop it in time, but we're fine. I'm on my way to the middle to try to protect against this Lunara push. On level 16, instead of leaping spiders, it's only 15%. So it might not have been 75% increase, but maybe it was quite a significant increase, and I know they nerfed it quite a lot. On this level range, we're going to pick up infested toads. What this is going to do, upon explosion, your toads will explode into spiders. This is crazy, okay? So what's going to happen? I'm going to throw these out, and every single one is going to explode into I think 3 spiders. But don't call me on that. It is quite a nice amount of spiders. So I'm gonna actually shoot them out right there to try to deal some damage. Okay, enemy Jaina is in a little bit of a bad position. I'm gonna try to come in here, shoot out my spiders, try to land the wall maybe. Lunara is in a little bit of a bad spot there. Back up, you have no chance. I'm gonna come in here and try to focus down this medic. They're gonna get pushed into us, and I'm just gonna keep channeling this spirit, and we're gonna be able to take out the whole enemy team after Jaina comes out of her stasis. So that was a very nice trade. I'm on my way to protect. I'll deal with death. Actually, looks like the false does go there. I'm on my way to the tribute then. If he's gonna protect it, he can then fly to us and help us with the tribute. The enemy team is still dead, so picking this up shouldn't be a big problem. Yeah, so his leaping spiders build has been nerfed, and he hasn't been that good since that. But I came up with this build, which actually gives me quite a lot of versatility. Those toads are able to just throw out a massive amount of damage. With what's it called? With the infested toad talent. The enemy team circling around trying to cut somebody off, but I will not be fooled by that. So it looks like the friendly team does want to. I'm just gonna get straight into there, try to land the zombie wall, and then now try to just deal all my damage to the structures to just get them down as fast as possible. Now focusing on the enemy heroes as they are trying to protect. The enemy Jaina does go down, and looks like the friendly team is just taking some massive damage from the enemy Lunara. I'm gonna come in here, close them within the wall, and now a trade from both me and the enemy Ravenous Spirit will basically result in my winning. The friendly Lunar is going to be taken out. I'm going to throw this out to soak some of these shots, and I think we should be just backing out maybe here. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what we should do here. Throw this out behind me, as of course when they explode, they're gonna basically explode into a group of spiders. Looks like we are trying to gank here. We will be able to zone out the enemy medic here, who will be taken out from the fight, I think. Yes, there we go. I will be taking damage from the enemy Jaina's Blizzard, who actually picked up 3 waves, which is kind of weird. She's going to be closed in her own zombie wall. I'm going to actually close this. I'm going to close the enemy Nazeebo in our friendly zombie wall. This is going to secure the kill, and we can now definitely push for the win right here, boys. On this level range, we're going to pick up Annihilating Spirit, which is going to do some significant damage. It's going to actually extend the range and speed of our Ravenous Spirit, but I think this is going to be a good game. Yeah, very good game. Our Morales was actually very good. I'm actually impressed by how good this Morales was. Hopefully I explained clearly enough. I know it wasn't clear. I wasn't very clear, but I know it was. Hopefully it was clear enough of how he was nerfed and what is his state right now. His state right now is he doesn't excel at anything. Okay, he's still pretty good at dealing damage. He's still pretty good at sieging. Let's see our stats actually. So you can see that we topped siege damage because we spent quite a lot of time in lane, and then we were also third in damage right after Lunara and Raynor. And then we actually maxed out XP contribution. So he's kind of a mix of all traits, basically. He can deal some damage to the enemies. He can deal some damage to the structures. He can soak up the shots with his zombies and stuff. But he doesn't exhale at any of these things either. Like it's very weird to actually pick him. And when he was very good, you would still very rarely see him, just because he didn't exhale anything then as well. He was very good at everything, but he didn't exhale anything, and he was mainly like a ganker, more than just like a sustain a ganker, just because of his zombie wall, and you will very rarely see him played in the competitive. But yeah, this has been Nazeebo. I'm gonna show you just the build one more time. On level 1, you pick up Death Ritual, which increases permanently your health and mana when you get a last hit kill on an enemy or minion or mercenary. And this is very important to stack in the early game. That's why I was spending so much time in the lane, basically. On level 4, I picked up the Spider Cluster, which I do still believe is the best talent in this talent here. He has some weird things like Promote and Mercenary Lord, which I've never seen used on this character. Just because he's so good at dealing damage that you don't really ever want to go for like Promote or Mercenary Lord build. Don't know why he has those, but yeah, Spider Cluster is still the best. What it will do, it will spawn 3 additional spiders over 3 seconds. On level 7, I picked up the Gitben, which increases the duration of the zombie wall and the spiders. So this is a very huge increase to your damage and stuff. So your 6 spiders will be able to deal damage over a longer period of time. Level 10, picked up the Ravenous Spirit just purely because it actually deals quite a lot of damage, plus the enemy team had no interrupts at all. Our team didn't have either, but I think we had like Raynor if he picked up the shot, or the what's it called? I don't know, but it's like on level 16 I think you can pick up a stun on your Q. On level 13, So this is where they changed most of the things, and on level 16 as well in the late game. you were able to pick up a nice ability here, which upped your damage quite significantly from your spiders and everything, but they replaced it with Things of the Deep, which increases the range. But we picked up the Dead Rush, which increases the damage dealt by the zombies, and when it expires, up to 5 remaining zombies uproot and attack nearby enemies for 3 seconds. I didn't actually count how many zombies do come up from the ground when you actually activate it, but 5 zombies will basically will remain and will run up and just attack enemies like crazy people for 3 seconds. On level 16, you pick up the Infested Toads, which will also benefit from the level 7 Gitben you picked up. So this is gonna, upon explode, the toads upon explosion will explode into corpse spiders. So, and then those core spiders are gonna last longer because of your level 7 Gitbin talent. And on level 20, you are picking up Annihilating Spirit, which increases the range, your cast range, and the speed of your Ravenous Spirit. Or, if you're struggling to get away from the enemy team, you can also pick up the Bolt of the Storm. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully I explained why Nazeebo isn't really relevant in today's meta, especially the competitive one. You know, in Quick Match you can actually find him from time to time, and also in Hero League, but in competitive you will not see him, just because he doesn't excel at anything. He's good at everything, but he doesn't excel at everything. And yeah, hopefully you guys are excited. Can't talk. Hopefully you guys are as excited as I am for 2016 and for the videos with my girlfriend. They're gonna be super fun. I know you guys will enjoy me rambling and like, come on, you should have did this and did this, and then me probably like, you know, at the end, because you know it's just a game and I still love her. Me probably just like kissing her or like on the cheek or something at the end. You know, just still showing my gratitude and my feelings for her. But yeah, without further ado, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please slap that like rating. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel because there's much more coming. And without further ado, I'll see you in the next one. Peace on the motherfucking streets. Bye!